let's put some text on my keychain. So I'm going to hit sketch. I'm going to sketch on this face, and I'll grab the text tool. And now it needs to know, well, how big do you want to make your text? So I'm going to make it like this. And I just dragged a rectangle there. And I'll put my text in there, DAHL. And then this here, there's not very many fonts. I'll go ahead and grab this one for now. And there's the preview of what that looks like, the Robotos Lab. I'll click OK. And notice it's a little too big. So one thing you can do, try to move it around, try to make it fit, but I still think it might be okay. But if you want to change the size, go ahead and grab your dimension tool and dimension that. I know the full length is 3. I think I want to leave a little bit of room, so 2.5 for me. Awesome. Now, let's try to center it here. Well, if I just made that 2.5, and I know, I'm just clicking on these to move it around. I want this distance to be the same as this distance. So one thing I can do is just dimension it. Let's make this from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here. Let's make that, come on, there. Let's make that 0.2. And just take a look at that. That looks pretty good. That distance, cool. Now what about top to bottom? Now if you really want to get these things exact, here I just kind of eyeballed it and said, oh, 0.2 looks good. If you want things to be exact, go ahead and grab a line tool. I'm going to make this distance from here to here, hit escape, and then the distance from, grab my line tool again, from here to here. Okay, oops, I dimensioned that. I didn't want to dimension that. Delete that dimension. So watch this. If you select this line, they're both blue, so neither of them are dimensioned. Okay, once you highlight two things and you click the equals, you're going to make them the exact same length. Notice it just turned everything black. It means this square is not, this rectangle cannot move now. I can't move it around. So I've got it nicely centered there. Of course, I don't want those to show, those lines. So you can either turn them into construction lines, but I think I'll just delete them. I don't need them there. But it helped me get things centered. Here's another thing you can do. It's like, oh, I don't like, let's say you finish that sketch. It's like, wait a minute, I don't like that text anymore. Well, let's right click and edit. And if you want to change the text, you have to right click and edit text. So that was 2 right clicks. 1 to edit the sketch, and now 1 to edit the text. So I can change it to maybe be, I don't know, this one here. That's kind of boring, but yeah, that's okay. Oh, but notice I just lost my equidistance from here to here and here to here. So I'll have to do that again if I really want that. So I'm going to right click and grab my original text back. I like that Roboto. There it is. Cool. Now let's extrude that text. So I have to tell it what all I want extruded. So I'm clicking on all these things. Okay. And now that's 4 or maybe 5 faces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And you can do a couple of things. So right now is extruding it 1 inch up. But you can like just drag that down, make it just a little tiny extrusion. Or you can remove material and put it in. So whether you want your letters going in or out, that's up to you. And say OK. And now you've got some text on your keychain. Woohoo!